Hello friends, welcome to SKV classes. Today we are going to discuss an important chapter, probability, which is very important from various competitive exam point of view. So let's start probability. Here are some definitions of probability. First one is, it is the measure of uncertainty of various phenomenon. Second is chance of occurrence of an event. It also tells us about possibility of an event. That is called probability. Basically, it is the chance of occurrence of an event, and it tells us about possibility of an event. Which is a possibility of an event is called probability. For example, coin tossed at once. Coin tossed at once, the possible outcomes are head and tail. So here are possibility of four types possibility. First, both head and tail, which is not possible, 0% chance. Head 50% chance, tail also 50% chance. Either head or tail, it is 100% chance. So in possibility, it is terms of probability 0 and 50% is the 0.5 and 50% is the 0.5 and 100% is the 1. So probability of this event, minimum is 0 and maximum is 1. From this we conclude that probability of an event in between the range of 0 and 1. So minimum value of probability is 0 and maximum value of probability is 1, which is most important formula. We have to know this. Next, some related terms in probability. First one is random experiment. What is random experiment? Three cases over here. It is an experiment which have more than one outcomes. Then possible outcomes are known and obtained outcomes are impossible to predict in advance. Random experiment is that which is more than one outcome, which have more than one outcome. For example, tossing a coin. There are two outcomes. Tossing a coin at once, there are two outcomes. One is head and one is tail. Possible outcomes are known. We know that possible outcomes are head and tail. But we don't know what is the obtained outcome. So it is a random experiment. This like rolling a dice. Rolling a dice have more than one outcome, matlab 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But we don't have what is the obtained outcomes. Possible outcomes also. Possible outcomes we know, but we don't know the obtained outcomes. That's why it is called random experiment. What is the outcomes? Next term is outcome. Here is an example, tossing a coin. Tossing a coin at once, the possible outcomes are head and tail. This head and tail is called outcome. Then sample point. A possible outcome of an event is called sample point. Head also a sample point and tail also a sample point. Every possible outcome is an sample point. Every possible outcome of an event is called sample point. All those sample points collected to form sample space. That means sample space is nothing but it is a set of all possible outcomes of an event. For example, rolling a dice. When we roll a dice, the possible outcomes are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, which is a set of sample space. Every element of sample space is called sample point. Clear it? It is clear? Then event, most important is event. What is event? Event is the set, event is the subset of sample space. For example, rolling a dice. When we roll a dice, then sample spaces are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Let's say event E is all odd digits. Event E is all odd digits. That is 1, 3 and 5. This is called an event, all odd digits. In this way, we say that event E is all even digits. Event E is not less than less than 4, less than 5, etc. In this way, we say that event is a subset of sample space. Various types of event there are various types of event. Let's say some types of event. First one is I think impossible event. Impossible event impossible event is this event, those event which have a probability is 0. Probability of event is 0. Example is rolling a dice. Let's say experiment is rolling a dice and event is outcome is greater than 6, which is not possible. Why? We see when a dice rolls, then possible outcomes are 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, 6. So outcome is never greater than 6. So probability of event is 0. The probability of event is 0. So this is called impossible event. Then sure event. Sure event which have a probability is 1. Probability of event is 1 is called sure event. Example, experiment is tossing a coin and event is either head or tail. Event is either head or tail. It is possible either head or tail. So probability of event is 100%. So this is the basic terms related to probability. I think this session will help you some knowledge. Next class we see some other related terms and formulas. Thank you. Please subscribe my channel.